Wolves of Wind, Book 2, Gills. Chapter 8, Lost Memory. Brain tried to go back for her mother's body, but sadly the whole den was filled with sticky mud and pointed branches. She decided to make her mother's grave in their old den, the place that she had died. Brain gathered some wildflowers. The colors were so bright and beautiful, and it reminded Rain of how well the world could disguise itself as a peaceful place filled with harmony and birdsong. But that wasn't the truth. Rain let out a mournful howl so loud that she was sure Forrest could hear it, even beyond the mask that was day. Rain wondered if she should have done the funeral at night, when the spirits could come down and watch. Spirits stayed up in Earthpack's territory during the day, only being able to come down during daytime if it was of the utmost importance. They could still faintly hear the sound below them, but since they were all on this big shiny white thing in the sky, they could hear much better at night. "I love you, Mother," Rain whispered as she touched her paw on the bed of flowers she had placed. She had placed them in the shape of a star. The colors were beautiful blue and pink. Rain's pelt showed her ribs on display, but it was not intentional, of course. Food was running out terribly, and Rain wondered if it was because she had chosen not to figure out the second prophecy. She dug deep into her mind so that she could try to figure it out. She remembered Forrest telling her that her heart was not always truthful. But what could that mean? Rain wondered if that meant that she should try to become friends with Bird again. But Bird was Riverpack's alpha now. Surely Forrest knew that? Rain's life was becoming such a mess. It just didn't feel how she had expected it to. Rain thought that when she grew up, all of her problems would seem clearer, and she wouldn't have to cry anymore. But she had been so wrong. It seemed like her problems only went away for a few moments, but then came back. Suddenly, Rain remembered something. It was only in her mind for a few seconds, but once she knew it was there, she tried to dig deeper into her mind. She remembered lying next to her two siblings. Her ears and eyes were wet and tightly shut. But she felt smooth eggshell lying beside her. Rain knew that the eggs weren't hatched yet. They were probably the eggs that Star and his siblings were in. But how did Rain remember this? She wondered if perhaps her mother was feeding her the memory for something important. But what? "I've been a mother before. I would be happy to help you," said a sweet voice from a little distance away. Rain realized that the speaker must have been whoever had taken in Star's siblings. "No, don't!" Rain tried to cry, but no voice came out, and her voice broke the memory. "No, let me see it again! I take it back!" Rain shouted into the forest. When the memory didn't surface again, Rain grumbled and continued walking. Surely if the memory was so important, then why couldn't they give it to her again? Rain decided she might as well go to Riverpack's border to see if Bird was for some reason sitting there in their meeting spot waiting for her. But Rain knew that it was just wishful thinking. She still missed her old friend. Rain smelled the scent of a wolf, and her ears pricked hopefully, but it wasn't Bird. It was a Riverpack wolf that she didn't know. Rain crouched down under a bush downwind of the other wolf as a brown and white yearling came bounding out of the bushes. Rain recognized the wolf as Skipper. Bird's brother was so much bigger than when Rain had first met him, and Skipper was heading right towards where she was hiding.